So our main pickle farm recently got found, and as you can see, it got absolutely destroyed. Finding it completely griefed made me want to do one thing. I wanted to find a base to raid myself, but there was one question. How hard really is it to find bases on the Donut SMP these days? There are a few different methods I have in mind, but I guess we'll just have to wait and see if it's a big waste of time or can you make a good profit looking for bases. Also, if you didn't know, this is the pie chart, and it will show you when there are certain block entities in the surrounding chunks, such as chests, spawners and enchantment tables and more. I will be using it the whole time while hunting for bases, as it can be key to finding a base instead of going right past it. My first plan is to dig all the way down to bedrock level and just dig a really long tunnel looking for any signs of bases in the pie chart. I won't stop and look around if it's only a chest showing up, as there are plenty of natural spawning chests in the world. I'll mainly be looking for spawners or enchantment tables to show on the pie chart. I'll also be using an amethyst pickaxe, which is a modified item on the Donut SMP, which mines in a 3x3 area. This allows me to dig faster tunnels, therefore a high chance of finding a base. So let's get mining. You can see a trial chamber spawner showed up in the pie chart, but that's not what we're looking for. I knew this would take a while, as I previously looked for bases on the Donut SMP and it's taken ages to find even anything. One time I found a huge pickle farm that was covered up in a cave really badly. What's the best raid you found? I thought I might have found a base near the end here, as a shulker box showed up in the pie chart, but then it immediately disappeared. Well, I've just mined for what feels like forever, so let's just try a different method for now. Maybe we'll come back to this one. This method is very similar to the previous method, however it requires an elytra. The plan is to fly through the overworld looking for signs of bases. These include animals or mobs, as it means the chunk has had an active player in it at some point. I'll also look for fully grown kelp in oceans, as it also shows if the chunk has been active. So let's get flying and see if we can spot anything. You need a lot of spare time to find bases on the Donut SMP, as the borders are huge and the bases could be anywhere. Let me know in the comments if you guys have any other methods to find bases on the Donut SMP, or other content you want to see on my channel. I thought I might have found something here, but I couldn't spot anything, and this is where I gave up for the night. And this happened a few hours after looking for a base the next day. I found what was once a pickle farm, but now it has been completely blown up. I continued on searching. I found a deep dark, but that wasn't much use to me either. Another common method that can be used is adventuring through caves and looking for signs of players. If someone's built a huge pickle farm, they have to block up the cave and make it look natural. And some players don't make it look natural at all and use blocks that don't even spawn in caves. And it finally happened. After ages of mining, something good finally showed up on the pie chart. I didn't notice at first, but I quickly realized and doubled back. I got really lucky here, and the sand from a sugarcane farm fell down into the tunnel I was mining. It was also late at night at the time, so I didn't have my microphone on, but I guess you can just see what happens. The loot in the chest was pretty average, so I could tell the player was somewhat new to the server. I left most of the loot, but I took the armor, as I'm pretty bad at PvP and I really need it. But this is where I discovered the mini jackpot, 97 skelly spawners, which was crazy for a base like this. I destroyed the sugarcane just to make sure there was nothing else hiding behind it. I felt bad as it was a somewhat new player, so I gave 32 skellies back and I put a note down telling him to move base as it had been found. Even though it wasn't the richest base, I was finally happy to find at least something. And to give back to the community, I'll be posting a 64 skeleton spawner giveaway in my Discord as well. Even though I found a base to raid, I was still annoyed my base got raided, so I had to take out my anger somewhere. Even though I'm really bad at PvP, I decided I'd go try duel someone at spawn and see how it goes. I've been practicing a bit, but if you watch this duel, you'll see I still have a lot to improve on. Yeah, I think my next video needs to be me getting better at PvP, but please like and subscribe if you enjoyed. Thank you for watching.